Welcome, listeners, to another thought-provoking episode where we explore the mythical, the ancient, and the unknown. Today we dive into a controversial and imaginative theory, the idea that fallen angels were not just spiritual beings but reptilians, dragons in human form. These beings, in their descent from higher dimensions, supposedly created us, humans, as an extension of themselves. Hold on tight as we explore myth, ancient scriptures, and metaphysical ideas that support this astonishing claim. We're often taught that fallen angels are beings cast out from heaven for their rebellion. But what if this is only part of the story? In ancient traditions, particularly in some Sumerian and Gnostic texts, there are hints that these beings were more than just spirits. They had tangible forms. Dragons, serpent, and reptilian beings have always played a role in mythology. The Bible describes a serpent in Eden, and in other traditions, dragons are beings of great power, often associated with wisdom, knowledge, and destruction. What if these angels took the form of reptilian beings, dragons disguised as men, when they arrived on Earth? In many ancient cultures, serpents and dragons are not just evil figures but creators. Could it be that the fallen ones shaped humanity to resemble themselves, human bodies with trace of reptilian DNA within us? When we look at civilization like the Sumerian, Egyptians, and Mayans, we see serpentine and reptilian imagery everywhere. In Sumerian mythology, the Anunnaki, who are said to have created mankind, are often depicted with serpent-like features. Similarly, in Mesoamerican myths, Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent, is credited with shaping humanity and bringing enlightenment. The theory suggests that these fallen angels or reptilian entities came down to Earth not just to rebel, but to establish their dominion through the creation of humans in their image, part divine, part animal. Some say our minds, with both higher reasoning and primitive instincts, reflect this dual nature. Could the dragon in human form still live within us, encoding in our very DNA? Now let's talk science. There's a part of the human brain known as the reptilian brain, the most primitive part. This area controls our basic instincts: survival, fear, fight, or flight. It's been said that humans carry this part of the brain as an evolutionary remnant, but what if it's something more? The fallen angels, reptilians, may have designed us with their own psychology in mind, embedding these instincts into us as part of their blueprint. This would explain why humans struggle between higher ideal of love and morality and the darker impulses of aggressions and dominance. In many religious texts, mankind's fall is attributed to temptation from a serpent. But what if the temptation was an inherent flaw deliberately placed in us, a kind of mirror of the reptilian creators? It explains the constant internal conflict between wisdom and instinct, love and war, creation and destruction. This theory gains even more intrigue when you consider modern conspiracy ideas. Some believe that reptilian beings still walk among us, influencing powerful institutions and governments. These so-called elite beings might be direct descendant of the fallen angels, continuing their work to shape and control humanity according to their ancient plan. These conspiracies often claim that the reptilian elite manipulate our thoughts, emotions, and systems, keeping us locked in a constant struggle, just as they intended from the beginning. They thrive in the shadows, using fear to rule, as it is a frequency that resonates with their essence. If fallen angels or dragons in human form shaped us with their own instincts, is it any surprise that war, greed, and control dominate human history? Many religious traditions contain hidden messages about the dual nature of creation. Some Gnostic writing describe a being known as Yaldabaoth, an imperfect god who created humans with flaws. In other traditions, the serpent or dragon offers forbidden knowledge, something only a creator would have. The Bible's book of Revelation speaks of a great dragon that was cast down to earth, a clear symbol of a fallen angel, the serpent in Eden, tempting mankind to eat from the tree of knowledge, represents an awakening, a transfer of knowledge from these beings to their creations. Was this the original intent of the reptilian creators, to make us like them, but with limited access to our own power? Perhaps we as humans are still living out a cosmic experiment, one that was designed by these fallen reptilian beings. We carry their strengths, but also their flaws. We seek light, but are bound by shadow. The question remains, can we rise beyond our programming and transcend the reptilian part of ourselves? If we were created by these fallen reptilian beings, does that mean we are doomed to live under their influence forever? Not necessarily. Many spiritual traditions teach the humans have the ability to awaken to their true nature. Enlightenment, salvation, and spiritual growth could be the key to escaping the reptilian programming embedded within us. When we choose love over fear, wisdom over ignorance, and unity over division, we reject the influence of our reptilian creators. Some believe that the act of awakening to our higher self is the ultimate rebellion against these fallen beings. So were the fallen angels really reptilian beings, dragon in human form? And did they create us as extension of themselves? It's a theory that challenges both religious beliefs and scientific understanding, but it also offers an interesting perspective on human nature, explaining our internal struggles, our fascination with dragon and serpents, and the primitive instinct within us. Whether or not you believe in the literal existence of reptilian beings, there's no denying the symbolic truth in this idea. We are creators torn between the higher and lower realms. We are part angels, part dragons, and our lives' journey is a battle to rise above the darkness within. Thank you for joining me today on this exploration of fallen angels, reptilian beings, and the origin of humanity. Remember, the greatest power lies in knowing ourselves and in rising beyond fear and instinct. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep reaching for the light.